Hello everyone, welcome to today's event. Good evening and welcome to iNGO Sharing, hosted by Youth Development Administration, Ministry of Education. I'm your host today. I'm Angel, currently as a CEO of an organization based in Taiwan, Xinyang Foundation. And our work is focused on youth empowerment. Therefore, it's my honor and I'm so excited to be your moderator today. So, before we get started to today's event, I would like to welcome a video, which is an introduction video of Forum this year. So let's welcome this video.
在自己有限的知识里，探索更多这世界未知的事物。
Sehingga kita tetap bisa bertemu orang secara online dan kita tetap bisa tukar budaya dan bertukar pemikiran.
For me, I think international forum should be a place where you can have experts, students, or young people come together to discuss a specific subject.
Include an opportunity to learn from experts, speakers who will be able to provide young people with ideas and inspiration on how they can come up with solutions or how they can work together towards a common goal.
Un lieu où chacun a droit à la parole et où tout le monde peut s'exprimer librement, sans tabou ni peur d'être jugé.
自分の国から得た情報だけでなく他の国々の意見も交えながら考えていくことの大事さを知りました。
Join the forum.
Join the forum.
Join the forum.
Join the forum.
Link up with the world.
Yes, join the forum. So the forum is the annual 2022 Global Youth Trend Forum that will be held on October 21st. And the event has invited special domestic and foreign speakers to discuss international trend. And this year's theme is Metaverse Era, a new world for the youth. Youth Development Administration have prepared a series of online leading events by inviting Taiwan Youth Affairs Association and partners from international organizations to conduct sharing and conversation. And that's why we are here today. And I saw a lot of audience already on our live stream. So if you were here last week, can you send a smile to the live stream's reaction so that I can know, oh, I've seen you last week. And if you are a new friend, you can send the love, the heart, so that we will know you are a new friend. And I also would like to curious about where you connect from. Can you live the city where you are now, so that we will know if you connect from Taipei, you can just type Taipei. If you connect from New York, you can type New York on our comment, so we will know where all the audience from. Okay, so before we get started to our main section, I would like to, okay, there's one more thing I would like to say. We are inviting you to share this live stream so that many people can join us. So there's also a prize draw event for sharing the live stream. It's very simple. Please listen carefully. Only 2 steps. The first is leave a comment below the live stream and then share this live stream link on your personal social media. If you share it on Facebook, please tag Global Youth Forum fan page. And if you share it on Instagram, you can add a hashtag Global Youth Trend Forum. And the step 2 is send a private message to the forum's fan page, included the screenshot of your comment and social media sharing. we will pick 5 lucky winners 2 weeks after and win the amazing backpack as a gift. So, okay, now I'm going to introduce 2 of the guests of today. So first, who's sitting next to me is Sherry from iSharing in Taiwan. Sherry, please say hi to the camera.
Hi everyone, my name is Sherry and I come from iSharing in Taiwan. Now I'm the president of iSharing in Taiwan, and our main goal of our organization is to develop youth leadership.
So hi Sherry.
Hello.
And there's also another guest connected from New York. So can you say hi to us, Lord?
Hello everyone, I'm Leomer Pomperada, calling live from New York. I'm the Executive Director of the World Youth Alliance, and our main mission is to promote the dignity of the person through policy and culture, and to bring young people together, to work on various projects. Very excited to join all of you today.
Excited to see you, Lord. So I think everyone is excited for today's event. Now I will give the floor to Sherry first. She will introduce iSharing in Taiwan, which is a very big organization hosted and organized by youth itself. And there's including 30 campuses around Taiwan, which cultivate young people to navigate the positive impact. So the floor is yours, Sherry. Now you can share with us your project and your topics.
Okay, thank you. Well, so with the slides on the screen.
Okay, let us see. Yes, we can see you now.
Oh, okay, thank you. So, okay, everyone, no matter you know iSharing or not, that's okay now. I will use some time to let you know what iSharing is doing. And so, when iSharing started, iSharing were founded in 1948 in France. Yes, about 3 years after the World War II. The reason why we founded iSharing is that there were 7 European youth feel that the pain and the negative consequence of the war. So they hope that in the future there will be more and more youth to take action to solve the problem in the world, to decrease the conflict in between the countries. So that's the main reason why iSharing were founded. So our vision is to fulfill the peace and the fulfillment of humankind potential. And the way we use is to develop youth leadership. And we think that youth leadership is not a choice, it's our responsibility. Because we believe that nurturing youth is the key to bring the world closer to the peace. And we believe that all of the youth have the power to change the world. So iSharing can provide this kind of environment to cultivate them. Okay, so in iSharing in Taiwan, we were established in 1964, and now we have 13 colleges and universities as our locations in the 4 regions in Taiwan. So as you can see on the screen, you can see we have the location in like NTU, National Taiwan University, and for the south part, we have CCU, Zhongzhen University, and NCKU, Chen University. And also in the Taichung region, we also have Zhongxin University and Fongjia University. And now we are still trying our best to expand more and more locations in Taiwan. We hope that in the future, our impact can be spreaded as far as we can. So far we have, except for we having 13 colleges and university in Taiwan, we also reach like about 3,100 more youth for each year. And we also have 20 more college and university Facebook clubs. And also every year we recruit members for iSharing, and approximately we have 400 more members join iSharing every year. And also for our Instagram official website, we have 2,000 more followers now. And for our main project, our global volunteer and internship program, we have created more than 5,000 opportunities for the youth. So as you can see now, you'll find that people is the foundation of iSharing. So what iSharing can help for our youth or our partners, no matter the partners are from the business or the non-profit or non-government organization. Here are the three main problems that the partner will usually face. The first one is multiple contacts increase the cost of communication. So through iSharing, you can only have one contact to reach 13 campus. So it can make your working more efficiently. And the second problem is the partner always have limited exposure channels and ineffective publicity. So if you have this kind of question, you can also find us to customize your campus marketing solutions. We can help you to reach the youth campus market, and we can also help you to have more interaction with the youth. And the last one is our partners always sometimes have this kind of question is that they have restrictions on venue leasing and event and power dispatch. So if you cooperate with iSharing, we can support you in the campus venue leasing and event manpower support. Okay, so the enterprise and the non-profit organization, non-government organization, or the government and the youth are the three main our audience we serve now. And we are very glad to cooperate with these three kinds of partners. And here we show the partner since our establishment in Taiwan. So now, as you can see, we have cooperated with more and more enterprise or organization like Taiwan Impact Investing Association, or like Acer, Visa, and SIM, and so on. Okay, so I think you have know what iSharing is doing now. So now I'm going to introduce our main global projects. So as the screen show you, you can see our three main global projects. The first one is global talent, and the second is global teacher, and the last one is global volunteer. Now for iSharing in Taiwan, we focus on the global talent and global volunteer. So I will introduce these two opportunities for you. So for our global volunteer, the objective is to help the youth to experience the cross-culture experience, like cross-cultural team working experience, and they can, through the interaction with the youth from the different kind of country, so that they can have the experience of stepping out of their comfort zone. And also the main characteristic of a project is that our projects are mainly about the SDG topic. So like the gender equality, the quality of education, and so on. So the value of our global volunteer is to provide youth with life-changing experience to change themselves and explore themselves. Sorry, okay, yes. So this is our global volunteer project. Okay, so I think these are the three main things that the global volunteer program can bring you. So the first one is you can experience new cultures. And the second one is you can make an impact, because you are not just discussing about the issue, you are directly tackling the issue through our project based on the SDGs. And the last one is you can, through this environment of cross-culture or tackling issue, you can challenge yourself and step out of your comfort zone to find what you value the most. Okay, and the next one is our global talent project. So our target audience of global talent is also the youth age from 18 to 30. And the period of the project is from the half to 1 year. And for the internship opportunity, we have these 4 main categories. The first is business administration and marketing, IT, finance, and we also have other kinds of opportunity. So if you are interested in it, you can approach iSac to learn more about this. So we want to, through the global talent, to create the most wanted talent for the world. We want to solve the problem that the world is lacking of the global talent. So we hope that for Taiwan, we can create this kind of opportunity to help youth to be more competitive in the future. Okay. So if you join our global talent project in the future, you can get the multicultural work experience because your colleagues work from the different countries all over the world. And you can also find the industry for you, which means you can find what kind of industry you are interested the most. And the last one, I think this is also important. You can gain a professional edge. You can, through this kind of internship program, you can increase your professional in the field that you are interested in. Okay, so we not only have the global talent, and which means global internship and the global volunteer program. We also have some opportunities related to the global issues, but can engage the local youth in Taiwan. So this project is called World Largest Lesson. So what the lesson is doing, the lesson is teaching the children in the elementary school or maybe the teenagers in the junior high or senior high to have the awareness of SDGs, to let them know the importance of SDGs and know why we have to fight for the fulfillment of sustainability. Because iSac is also one of the partners with the United Nations. Yeah, so we hope that before the 2013, we can reach the goal of our SDGs. So we hope that through the World Largest Lesson, we can engage more and more Taiwanese youth to have the connection with the children, to let them know the issue when they were just a kid, and hope that in the future they could be maybe the talent for reaching this kind of goals to have more solutions for this issue. Okay, so this is the general introduction of our organization. And if you are interested in it, you can contact us through this contact. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry, for the introduction of iSac. We heard a lot of exchanging program and also the lessons you bring into an even younger generation. I think that's the cool idea, and it's important to let us to serve the next generation. Now I'm getting the floor to Lord. He's going to introduce us World Youth Alliance. This organization unites young people around the world to build a culture that support and nurture the dignity of person. And they were gonna share how they vocalize issues that youth around the world encounter on international occasions. So Lord, it's your time.
Thank you very much, Angel. Once again, I'm really excited to join all of you virtually today. I know there are many young people here from Taiwan, and I've been to Taiwan many times. It's a very special place, it has a very special place in my heart. I have many friends from Taiwan, and so I'm very happy to be here again, and thank you for inviting me. Today I'll be sharing to you just a brief introduction about the World Youth Alliance and the work that we do. The World Youth Alliance is a global youth movement. It's an international NGO with members from every part of the world, ages 10 to 30. And our main project, our main advocacy as an organization is to promote the dignity of the human person. So young people from around the world, they come to the World Youth Alliance to be part of this mission of studying the human person and promoting the human person. We also aim to promote solidarity among young people from developed and developing countries, and we also train young people to impact policy and culture through our accreditation in various international institutions around the world. In terms of our presence, we have 6 wider regional offices around the world, and our headquarters is here in New York City. We have 80 chapters and committees around the world, and we have over 1 million members through affiliated organizations in over 200 countries and territories, and that includes, of course, Taiwan. And we also have official accreditation from the United Nations, Economic and Social Council, the European Union, and the Organization of American States. And I'll talk more about that later in terms of how we make an impact in those institutions. In the World Youth Alliance, as I mentioned earlier, our main mission is to promote human dignity. We believe that every person has this dignity, this worth. It's something that is inside of you, can never be taken away from you. And each one of us, regardless of where we're coming from, who we are, we all have the same worth. We all have the same equal value, whether you're a young person, you're an old person, you're employed, you're unemployed, you have money, you have more money. All of us have the same value. And we believe that that value, that dignity, begins from conception to natural death. How do we make change happen? So this is our main mission, and there are 3 ways on how we make this mission possible. First is through advocacy, second is on education, and the third is on culture. And I will be sharing with you some of our projects and activities, and you can see and think for yourself, which project are you particularly interested in? Because there are many projects that we offer, and many of them are actually for free. So let me start with advocacy. In terms of advocacy, we work with young people to really help them make an impact, an influence in their society. So we have an online training course, the Advocacy Academy, that really helps young people understand various global issues and what are some of the solutions that they can do, and governments can also do, including issues such as HIV/AIDS, sustainable development, maternal health, some of these issues that are very close, to young people today, especially today. We also have this training course as a global course. So during the course, you'll also have classmates and friends from all around the world. We also participate at the international level through various institutions. And one of them is the United Nations. Just last week, I was also present there at the United Nations General Assembly here in New York. And as part of our work at the UN, we work with member states to work on youth projects, to work on language in particular commissions, and we also work with them on various side events and activities. So these are the institutions that we participate in. And we also offer language proposals to some of the mission countries. Next, I'd like to touch on education. So this area is actually something that we really are very passionate about, really working on education. So our main mission here is really to educate young people on what is human dignity and how can they promote it. And we provide them with various opportunities, and I'll be sharing with you some of these available projects, that you can take part in. So one of them is our internship program. So we have internship program that's available to young people, again, between the ages of 18 to 30 for the internship. Here, our headquarters in New York, we also have it in other locations, such as in Brussels in Belgium, in Nairobi in Kenya, and even in Manila in the Philippines. And we've actually had interns from Taiwan in the past here in New York, and even in the Philippines. I've also had an intern in the past from Taiwan. We also offer international youth conferences, and one of them is the International Solidarity Forum. So this one is held every year in New York at the UN and at the World Youth Alliance headquarters. For the past 2 years during the pandemic, we transitioned it online, and so more details will be released about this forum in the coming months. We also have a summer camp for young people, who are younger, in the ages of 14 to 18. We also offer an online training course. This course is for free. It's called the Certified Training Program. So this is a course where you will also have online classes, and you will meet young people from other countries from every part of the world, and you will study all of these ideas, studying human dignity and also studying the manifestations of human dignity. That is through our freedom, solidarity, and culture. And there's also the concluding part is really studying international law and human rights, because one opportunity is when you complete this online training course is you will receive a certificate, a certified training program certificate that makes you a certified WIA member. Now, what can you do with the certification? You can participate in other WIA programs like our internships, represent us at the United Nations, and even other international youth conferences and events, and even open a chapter, in your own school or country. One of the texts there that I just want to share very briefly is a text from Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. According to him, he says that Frankl says that man needs only one thing, meaning and purpose to his life. And I'm sure many young people here who are joining us today also has that question, how do I find meaning and purpose to my life? And Frankl shares just 3 important lessons, in his book. This is part of our online training course. He says that number 1, he who has a why to live for can bear with almost anyhow. He also tells us that love is the ultimate and highest goal to which a man can aspire. And lastly, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are then challenged to change ourselves. There are many things that are beyond our control every day in our lives, but there are things, even despite all of this, we always have that freedom, to choose, even though sometimes we don't think we have that opportunity. So this is just one text that I wanted to share with you. There are more. So we have texts from various authors from around the world, from Nelson Mandela, to Gandhi, C.S. Lewis, Carol Wojtyła. So really a lot of authors, Dalai Lama, really studying like the global interconnectedness of young people in this class, because we have students from all around the world. And we also offer online conferences and in-person conferences, and one of them is the Emerging Leaders Conference. We also have these opportunities available now. So I invite you to visit our website, wya.net, if you want to learn more about these and how you can take part. And the third and final pillar, where we advocate for change and how we make change happen, is through culture. And one of our big events is the Manhattan International Film Festival. So this is an annual film festival where we invite young people from around the world to submit short films, and these films are, made by young people, even, as young as 12 years old, 15 years old, 18 years old. One of our youngest winners was a 15-year-old student, from the US, who made like a film on bullying, in her school. And so if you are into filmmaking, if you have friends, who are interested into filmmaking, then, I invite them, to join this film festival. We've had it on pause during the pandemic, but we're hoping to bring it back, hopefully soon. We also have a chamber orchestra in New York, and we also organize an international arts forum. So this one is really how we can bring young people together, to appreciate and to study art, from various countries around the world. So in the World Youth Alliance, we also have various projects. We know that making a difference does not end at the United Nations. We need to have actual projects, that would make an impact. And I would just conclude with these 2 projects. The first is our Human Dignity Curriculum. So it's a education program. It's a K-12 curriculum. And this is offered to schools around the world. And the students here, they study human dignity, and they also study, how they can become a hero. And this really empowers them, to make excellent and healthy decisions. So if you are teaching in a school, if you know schools who might be interested in this, feel free to contact us. And this is one of the projects that also allows us to contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly in terms of the goal in terms of global citizenship education. And our second project that I want to share is this is an affiliate women's health program of the World Youth Alliance. It's called FEM. And this one, is really helping women understand more about their health. There is a free app that you can download for women here. It's called FEM, F-E-M-M. and it's a free app. They also have online courses if you want to learn more about your health, and you can, we also have doctors, that you can help, who can help you, in case you have any questions or issues that you encounter. I just want to conclude by inviting you to join the World Youth Alliance. Our membership is open to young people between the ages of 10 to 30. You just have to agree with the charter and live out your ideals, of why in your daily life. That again is, believing that every person has dignity, the importance of the family, and lastly, integral human development. And if you're over 30 years old, you can still join the World Youth Alliance by becoming a World Youth Alliance friend. You can still sign our charter online, and you can help us by bringing WAYA to youth communities around the world. Thank you very much again for inviting me. I look forward to the open forum where we can talk more about some of the questions you guys have. And these are some of my contact information. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura, for such abundant information and the project that World Youth Alliance give us. And now we are going to the next section. After listening to the fantastic sharing, we would like to first give you some questions and let us discuss about the topics. And later we will let question. I already saw a lot of audience leave their question below the comment. We will pick some of them and have a more deeper conversation. So now, after we listen your introduction, we noticed that there are a lot of in-person activities such as exchanging program, volunteer program, and internship program. But also there is some, like Laura have said, that there's some online certificate courses that I wanna join. It sounds so interesting. Even got critic. So according to this year's thing, we talk about metaverse. We talk about social media. So how does your organization use social media and use the platform, internet platform, to convey the information to your target audience? I think your target audience, it's all in the campus. It's all schools, students. How do you connect with them? How do you target them? So maybe Sherry, you can go first to share your experience.
Okay, so for iSharing, of course, we have our official website to deliver some basic information. But for the social media, we use two main social media. The first one is our Facebook fan page, and the second one is our Instagram. Yeah, so because we founded our Facebook at first. Yeah, so we use our Facebook fan page to deliver some promotion for our campaign, like our recruitment, our global project, like global volunteer, global talent. And we also use Facebook fan page to manage and communicate with our alumni. Yeah, which means the former iShaker joined iSharing before. Yeah, because maybe for their age, they are more used to use Facebook to get information or communicate with us. And for our Instagram, we use this to reach the youth campus. So for the topics, like we want to interact or get some insight from youth, we will use our Instagram to do this. Like we will use the story, this kind of function of the Instagram to create a question box to collect some questions from the youth and answer them, and also share iSharing insight with youth. And also, if we have to do some promotion to the youth, we will also use the Instagram to have to create the post. Yes, we also usually use our Instagram to do our content strategy. Yeah, to get closer to the youth market.
So it sounds like most of the youth now, it's more interacted in Instagram rather than Facebook.
Yes.
So maybe the audience online now, you can leave the comment that which platform you use the most, Instagram or Facebook, let us know. And how about Laura, do you have any experience want to share?
Yes, similar to iSharing, we also use social media, particularly to organize our campaigns around the world. Campaigns to either educate young people or campaigns to, like encourage young people, to take action. one of our campaigns every year is during the World Down Syndrome Day, we invite young people to wear mismatched socks. When they wear mismatched socks, we're trying to promote that even individuals who have disability, like those with Down syndrome, they are still beautiful and they are still unique and they have human dignity. And so using social media to raise awareness and to build young people, to work with each other. Social media has also been a very helpful tool for us in terms of organizing some of our events. So during the pandemic, for the past 2 years, we've been using a lot of social media to have live events with our members, like Facebook Live, Instagram Live. Everything is live. Like today, us here, we are live.
Yes.
So young people want to join all of these live events, because they want to have that interaction. They want to meet young people, and they want, they're bored sometimes, so they just want to have that experience, connecting, especially with the outside world, because for the past 2 years, we're not able to travel. So that's been one of the really good things out of social media.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the past, actually not 1 year, 3 years, we're gonna travel, and I think it changed a lot. The way we use social media and the way we use this function to really run our campaign and really reach to others, it's already changed because the pandemic. So what do you think is the main role and function of social media in promoting your organization? Briefly, we talked about how we do it, and now maybe some insight for us. How do you observe us? How do you manage your account? How do you manage your fan page to reach the people you like to reach? Maybe it's the youth, or maybe it's like the children in the school, which you go to the largest lessons.
Yeah, largest lesson.
Yeah. Do you use the social media to reach these kids or not? And maybe you can share something, Sherry.
Oh, okay. We usually use our Facebook or Instagram to promote our World Largest Lesson, this project, to the youth. Yeah, actually for the children's part, we don't use social media to interact with them, but I think it's a good idea. Yeah, maybe next time we can try to use the social media to have more interaction with the kids. Yeah, thank you. I think it's a very good idea.
So how about Laura? I think before how we use social media, it's quite different compared to the one we used before pandemic and the one we used it now. So what's the difference you think we observe in the past few years?
Well, I think now, young people are really looking to get more connected with other young people outside of their countries. Number two, they're also looking for really inspiring stories, like good stories. Because today we just see a lot of bad news happening around the world, and sometimes it can get very depressing. So young people are actually looking for good and inspiring stories. Of young people who are making a difference, even through simple things. Like 3 days ago, I saw this news, in the Philippines, where a 10-year-old kid, was trying to sell like a soybean or some products after school, just to help him go to school and pay for his tuition fees. Inspiring stories like this, I think, is what young people are looking for. Because they want to have more inspiration and to just have a break from all of those bad news happening around the world.
Great, it's a good observation. So we are searching for, first is connection through social media, and the second is inspiration. So yeah, sometimes I just looking for some jokes or, but actually
memes.
Yeah, some memes.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, sometimes the inspiring story also let me stop and to read it a few minutes more, and that is what I'm looking for on the social media. So yes, thank you for the share. And now let's dig deeper. Technology Technology is so convenient, but it also increase the distance between individuals. Yes. Now we more light on the virtual social account, but sometimes we lose the real connection between the real people. So may I ask how you eliminate this distance or establish a sense of belonging towards lives? So maybe Laura, you can go the first.
Yes, I think that's one of the challenges in terms of having these live events. And so I think for young people, one of the things I encourage them to do is connect with some of the young people that they meet through this online events after the online event. Meeting young people does not end after the event. I would say that this is just the beginning. So today, you guys, there are over 1,000 young people joining us live today.
Yes.
So imagine with each one of you, if you just connect with one new friend or two new friends, that's already going to be a big difference. We need to be more connected, not just during the online event, but even outside. I encourage you to connect on social media, build your network, but also if you can try to meet offline, because discussions and sharing can be very different online compared to in person.
Yeah, so go out and make new friends.
Yes.
That's the conclusion. Yes, not only connected through the online, but also it's equally important to make a new friend in your real life. So do you want to add some more, Sherry?
Okay, so I just add on one point. I think to decrease the distance between the people, I think we should change our mindset at first, because we usually see the social media or the other technology tools or as all of our parts. But I think that we have to see the social media or other technology tool as just as a way to express ourselves. So you also have to combine with the offline event. As Lord say, we have to go out and make some friends and share our ideas in a physical way, with other people. So the first thing is that I think we should change our mindset about using the technology tools.
Yeah, thank you, Sherry. So thank you for the sharing. And then now I already picked some interesting question I want to ask to the guest.
Okay.
First, I would like to ask Lord. You were being mentioned many times. The first question is, I know you were working in this field for a very long time. How many years you've been working in?
About 10 years now with World Youth Alliance.
Yes.
I started as a volunteer.
Wow, that's a very long time. So, what the main thing drive you to keep working in this field? Like, what's your motivation? And maybe also share some memorable part of when you collaborate with other people from different culture, because you are the international organization. So maybe you can share some memorable moment and also your motivation.
I think what really motivates me, to work with young people and with the World Youth Alliance is really seeing young people, various ages, who really commit themselves, to doing this mission, even if they are busy with school, even if they don't have enough resources, they really do a lot. And you will be surprised, to see even young people as young as high school, how much of a difference they can make. So when I first met Waya, I just saw a lot of young people. They're happy, they enjoy their work, they love their work. And for me, I was just wow, this is a place that really, helps and support each other, to make a difference. And seeing that as a family, like a global family, really encouraged me. And one of my memorable experiences is, every time, I travel, and I meet our members around the world, sometimes, I would not speak the language, when I visit some of these countries, like in Taiwan, but most young people today, they speak already English. But then it will always be memorable for me, when they really try to make a connection to me. One time, I was, my second visit to Taiwan, I think about 5 years ago, I was speaking at the Global Youth Trends Forum, and I was going back to my room at the end of the day, the conference. And when I arrived there, there were 2 young people who were waiting there outside of my room because they still want to talk about life and how to make their career decisions. I was just wow, I'm really touched and encouraged, how much young people are really curious and how much they want to be connected. So those experiences for me are very, very encouraging.
Yeah, now you can see how passionate can the Taiwanese young people be. Yeah, thank you for the sharing. I also have another follow-up questions. A lot of people ask, how can I join World Youth Alliance in Taiwan? So maybe you can mention it again so that our audience can join your project or your team.
Yes, so you're more than welcome. The first step is for you to sign the World Youth Alliance Charter. So to become a member is for free. You just have to, sign the World Youth Alliance Charter. It's through our website, wya.net. So again, that's wya.net. Once you become a member, you will be invited to various events and activities, both online and in person. And you'll receive our monthly global newsletters.
Yeah. Thank you. So everyone who asked the question, go to the website and you will know how to do it for the next. Thank you, Lord. And now the question for Sherry. A lot of people ask about youth responsibility, because you mentioned that in iSharing you train and you cultivate a lot of young leaders.
Yes.
So what do you think about youth responsibility? What is it, and how do we implement it in our life? Like, we are still students, we are still in campus, but how can we fulfill this responsibility?
Oh, okay. So for the first part, I think youth has lots of responsibility in this world. Yes. So I think the most important thing is that if you want to know what kind of responsibility, or I would say what kind of thing you want to focus or value the most, I think you have to understand yourself at first. Yeah, because I believe that the world can be better with lots of efforts of people. But before we change the world, we need to give ourselves some opportunities to understand ourselves more and to develop our potential. Yes. So through this way, we can gradually know that, okay, so now what kind of problem I see in this world or in our environment, and what kind of things maybe I as a youth I can do for this issue or this topic, yes, or even this problem. Yeah. So I think all the things start from how much we understand ourselves. Yes. So that's my opinion about this.
Actually, it's a great insight. So maybe give us some tips to understand ourselves. Like, for example, you already mentioned to volunteer internationally.
Yes.
Sometimes we put ourselves outside of the comfort zone. We will discuss another perspective of ourselves. So maybe another tips for us to really give us an opportunity to understand us, but also understand the world. And then we can find the place we can be.
Oh, okay. Okay, so for this question, I think the first step is to, I think the first step is to, you have to find an environment of an opportunity that where you can meet lots of people, and you can share your ideas with people from maybe different kinds of background, different kinds of even culture. Yeah, so that you can know that, oh, okay, so the world is not surrounded by you. Yeah, and you can learn a lot from these people. Yeah. So this is the first step. I think we should find this kind of environment to have some inspiration. Yes, and the second one is that when you know lots of people and you also practically do some project, like no matter it's like you go to do the volunteer, do the internship, or you do the programs like from the NPO, NGO, or even from the government. Yeah, I think it's so great. But the second important thing is that you have to reflect what you are doing now, and reflect what kind of insight you get from what you are doing. And if you think that you can do this, you can find a person to help you to reflect on yourself. Yeah, so that's also the reason why I think the first step is to find an environment you can meet lots of people. Yeah, maybe share the same value or maybe share the different value with you, because you not only learn new things from the thing you are doing, but you also learn lots of things from the person you are getting along with. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the last step is that I think after you have the practical experience and you also reflect yourself, have some insights, the last thing is that you have to think what's your next step. Okay. So you have to think that your next step to find a solution to solve the problem of the things that you value the most. Yeah, so I think these are the three main steps for youth to find themselves and know their responsibility for this world.
Yeah. Thank you, Sherry. I think both of our speakers mentioned about community. We have to join a community and to gain more valuable and more important and reflectable relationship with others, that we can understand ourselves more and also connect with the world more. So thank you for your answer and the share. We are going to close this event. Wow, the time is flying so fast. So I would like to invite Mr. Lord to give us some insight, also give us some word according to today's event. Would you like to say something to our audience?
Yes, thank you, Angel. I agree completely with what Sherry mentioned. I think those are very helpful insights. I just want to end by saying that social media has many advantages, but there are also some challenges and disadvantages. And I think one of the dangers of social media that I just want to bring up is when young people compare themselves with others. And I encourage young people, like Sherry said, really to have that right mindset, to have that positive mindset, when using social media. Hope it will inspire and encourage you, to take more action, and even, to be more connected, with other young people instead of, being sad and depressed and comparing yourself with all these other people. Social media is not perfect. Social media is a gift, and so I encourage all of you here today, to use it wisely, use it to make a difference, and use it, for the common good, to promote human dignity. And again, we're more than happy, to welcome you to the World Youth Alliance. I know there are more questions in the chat. We are not able to answer them, but feel free to send me an email, or send us a message on our Facebook, and we'll be happy to connect with you. Thank you once again for having me.
Thank you, Lord. And how about Sherry? Do you want to share some words to our audience today?
Okay, so I just want to encourage maybe all the people in front of the live stream that just try out something new in your life, and just that be brave to step out of your comfort zone, because when you step out of your comfort zone, you'll find that there will be lots of opportunities waiting for you. Yeah, and it's very worthy to, through these opportunities, to explore yourself and to see what's your position to the world, so that you can know that, okay, so what kind of person you want to be in the future and what kind of impact you can spread to the world. And I just believe that all of you can do something good to make the world better. Yeah, so that's what I want to say.
Thank you, Sherry. Back to our theme of the year, the metaverse era. Actually, we were mentioned a lot of time that we use social media to reach the much more people from the real world, and also we can broaden our horizon by easiest way. But be careful to use social media. It's just a tool. Don't take your whole life. Don't rely on your whole life on this platform. Use it wisely, and also be aware of yourself. Self-awareness is much more important to prepare us before getting into the metaverse era. So this is the takeaway from today.
Yeah.
And we would like to thanks again to our speaker, two of the speakers today. And now we are closing this section. Let us give me a few minutes to introduce the next section. Actually, this is just the second section of our leading event. There will be a last one on October 13. Yeah, October 13. Oh, yes, 13. Okay, I just focus on it. And this will happen on evening time, 7 to 8. So where we will invite Impact Hub Taipei, which is the organization accelerated the change to sustainable future, and Awareness 360, an international youth-led NPO empowering young people to do community service project in line with SDGs. So don't forget to attend the section online, and I will promise you it will be very fantastic conversation. And also our main event will take place on October 21st, where during the morning live stream of the Global Youth Trend Forum this year, the hotshot guests such as Minister of Digital Affairs Audrey Tan, ESSA Group founder Stan Shi, and One Young World ambassador and Five Fire founder Patrick Glory, and the founding president of Manera University, Terry Connor. Those amazing speakers will be invited to give a speech in that forum. So be prepared and join this journey to explore the impact and challenge youth can face with digital technology in social media and the workplace, also your personal life. So we will see you on the next live stream, and also see you on the following annual forum. So if you have any question, and you can leave it on the comment, we will see the question, and also be welcome to reach our speaker today. They will give you some more information to attend their project or their organization, and also they will happy to answer your question. So Sherry, let's say goodbye to our audience, and till the next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.